Welcome back, ARK players, to a brand new video. Now today we are going to be talking about a very important topic because so many people in the community have been asking this question, and it did get answered in the crunch for any of those who have missed this, because I know it's a big decision by WILDCARD. There's been a few players, it's been a mixed kind of like sort of response from the community. I personally think it's the right one. You guys can let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But yeah, it's nearly Lost Colony launch week, and let's get hyped. 4 days to go. Drop a like and subscribe if you do enjoy today's video, and let's get in with the news. So yes, that is correct. In 4 days' time, on Thursday, the 18th of December, currently set for an 8 PM UK time launch, Lost Colony will be coming to the Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. Let's hope it's going to be on time. Now, something that has been around before Lost Colony, but is a Lost Colony creature, is the Veilwind. And the Veilwind launched back in June when Ragnarok came out with the Lost Colony Pass, and people have been mutating their Veilwinds in any way that they want to add as many stats as they want, but sadly this has kind of run into a bit of an issue for players that have been doing that and want to take their Veilwinds over to Lost Colony, because a decision has been made from WILDCARD. I know it's a harsh one, but it does make sense. So very early Saturday morning in the crunch, we had the live ops update from Studio WILDCARD, and it was an update on the mutated Veilwind transfers to Lost Colony. So Studio WILDCARD went on to say, we've heard your questions about Veilwind transfers and wanted to share the specifics for our official Lost Colony servers. Fully mutated Veilwinds would dominate the early game and flatten progression, so here's how transfers will work. To keep the beginning of your journey fair and fun, Veilwinds with any mutations will not be transferable. Unmutated Veilwinds will still be allowed. Many of you flagged your concerns about the power creep, so we wanted to clarify this approach keeps the early game fair while still letting you bring your Veilwinds along from day one, so everyone can enjoy the adventure. So, to be honest, I think this is fair enough, and the reason I think it's fair enough, I know it's annoying that a lot of you might have your favourite Veilwinds that you can't move over now because you mutated them for a certain reason, because you wanted them to be your best ones, but with the actual DLC, there is going to be loads of new players that who have never played ARK before. There's going to be so many returning players who may move from ASE to try out because it's the next story that they, a lot of ASE players want to know what happens as part of the story in between Extinction and Gen 1, those lore nerds out there. And just lots of players who haven't played ARK since Gen 2, and they want to play the next story paid DLC, because a lot of people didn't want to play ASA because they'd already done all of the maps, and they've been waiting for something new and fresh in the ARK community. So it's going to be a very big day full of all different types of players. People that have been playing ASA literally since it launched, people that haven't played ARK in years, and completely brand new players. So it's understandable that if they were to spawn straight in and all of these Veilwinds were crazily mutated and stuff, I think it kind of makes sense. I do see players who have the mutated Veilwinds, I do see why they're upset about this change, this decision, because obviously they were allowed to have them early, and they were allowed to be able to do that as part of the game from Studio WILDCARD, and there was no information on this given, the information was given so late. And I know a lot of people even in the LoadedCrysis cluster who have just recently mutated a bunch of Veilwinds, and because the information was so late, they now can't bring them over. Of course, there might be some settings for unofficials, which is something that we're waiting to hear from on what they're going to do and how this lock is actually going to work from Studio WILDCARD, but they've made a decision, and this is what's happening moving forward. I do feel like sometimes with the ARK DLCs, it can be too easy. And one of the things that they've mentioned with Lost Colony is not going to be as easy as the past DLCs, which is I'm really interested to see how it's going to work with the ARK veterans out there, the OG players that know the game, the ins and outs of the game. Will they actually find it a challenge? You know that's one thing I really want to know about it. But that's what's happening there with the Veilwinds. Now it's time to talk about something else, which I still see people discussing about, and for me, I just don't see it. Right, so it's nearly time to settle this once and for all. In 4 days' time, when Lost Colony launches, we will finally know whether it's called the Giga Desperus or the Giga Desmondus. Now, I am still getting so many comments from you guys saying, Dom, you're wrong, it is Giga Desmondus. And there's so many content creators as well that are so certain it's Giga Desmondus, and I am banking it all on Giga Desperus. This is going to be the biggest L for me if I get this wrong, because I've gone in with this with pure confidence, and it's because my ears are just not hearing Desmondus. I've listened to this over and over and over. In the ARK wiki, it says Giga Desperus, which I'll show you in a second. But people in the comments are like, Dom, you did that. And I was like, I did not do that. I just went onto the ARK wiki and it says Giga Desperus there. And I know that's not confirmed by WILDCARD, but it's what's in the wiki right now. So I said to myself, let's listen to this again. I want to, with you guys right now, I want to listen to this, and I know I'm not going crazy. I know I'm not.
Giga Desperus!
It must say Giga Desperus. Let's listen to this again one more time. Giga Desperus.
Giga Desperus! Your master beckons! Giga Desperus! Your master beckons!
I just don't hear. I don't hear the Des. I hear the Des. Desperus. I don't hear the mun. I don't hear. I'm sorry. I know it all sort of leads very similar to, you know, it's a giant bat-like wyvern reaper. You know, and I'm sure it's going to be some form of infused. It might even have Desmondus blood in it. You know, it might, but from where I'm hearing this, I am not hearing, I am not hearing Desmondus. I mean, I'm so sorry if I'm wrong. I just can't believe that that's the name. But yeah, coming over to the wiki again, as you can see, they've put it down as a boss and saying Giga Desperus, and that is what it is currently right now. This is not me that has edited this. This is literally what, and then even in this, it says the Giga Desperus is a, you know, reminds people of a huge wyvern and bat hybrid with large horns and adorned with the gothic tech armor. This huge monstrosity also acts as the Lost King's personal mount. Being the Lost King's personal mount, expect a difficult fight. Also, the Giga Desperus means great despair in Latin. That's another thing people have been talking about. Giga Desperus is great despair. And to me, this looks like a great despair. And I think it fits very well with the theme. And that is why I am so sure this thing's got to be called Desperus. It must be. But again, I know there's so many of you out there. We'll keep this going. And if I'm wrong on launch day, all of you guys can laugh at me, and you can meme this. You can meme this. I'm more than happy if I'm wrong there, but it's because I just keep listening to it, and I'm searching for where they say Desmondus, and I just can't hear it unless it's my dodgy ears. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much going to be the end of the video. So Veilwinds that are mutated will not be able to be transferred on day 1 of the launch of the DLC. This is the Giga Desperus. And then also, this was our first look in the crunch as well at the Aureliax. Or the Aureliax. The Aureliax is what I've been calling it, but what have you guys been calling it? I think Aureliax is sounds right. Yeah, really looking forward to it. And then we obviously found out that the Gloon is a shoulder mount, a shoulder pet in ARK Survival Ascended. So lots is cooking. It's all happening today. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, whatever you're up to. I hope you're in the, if you're in the festive spirit or something like that, on our road to Lost Colony coming this week.